initiative in that direction. In today's fast-changing world, innovation is not just an option, it is a necessity.
Before we formally begin, let us take a moment to witness the journey and achievements of IIT UPSIFS through a short video that highlights the various events and initiatives conducted under its banner, events that have truly made a positive impact on students.
May I now humbly request our Honorable Director Sir and today's speaker, Dr. Raman Saxena Sir, to kindly grace the dais.
Sure, sir. Now, I request our Honorable Director, sir, to kindly present the memento to our eminent speaker. I respectfully invite our area.
I now respectfully invite our Honorable Director Sir to kindly address the gathering and share his valuable insights with us.
Good morning, dear friends. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to introduce, to invite, to welcome our esteemed guest, very dear friend. Since last couple of years, I know Professor Dr. Raman Saxena, who is truly a very inspiring professional, academician, out-of-box thinker, and multi-dimensional personality. So I thought appropriate to invite him for our program, Meet My Mentor. And he is, I think, probably the fit person who has very vast experience, more than 25 years in big companies as tech expert. Then he convert himself into academic because what he says that nearly 25 years he served in big companies, that industrial experience. Then he thought to transfer his experience to academia. And then he joined IIT Kanpur, and currently he is serving with IIIT Hyderabad. I don't know how many of you are aware about IIIT Hyderabad, but I must tell you few things because we are well aware about IITs and all. But this IIIT, particularly Hyderabad, was the first IIIT in 98. And I think it was again a visionary vision of the local leadership there, the then Chief Minister, Mr. Naidu. When I think you are all aware that 1990s was the year when this information technology actually grew. There is a series, we will start that with you completely, that how that information technology came in, how India introduced Information Technology Act in 2000. Then there were some issues which crop up. Then we have amended that Act, IT Act in 2008. And the journey is very long. And usually you are well aware, that is our motto, the integration of law and technology, the concept we have introduced here as Law with Labs, that is very, very important. And over the period of time, this information technology enter into every domain. I think there may be nobody, in fact, even the living beings, non-living beings are also get affected by this technology. We are in the era of artificial intelligence, probably it is getting backseat. Now we are learning about artificial superintelligence. Then quantum computing is also knocking our door very fast because there are claims that quantum computing can be done at room temperature. And once it is done, then time is not very far that it will immediately replace all these Turing computers completely. And I do believe with the pace of this technological development that probably all these things may be maximum in next 5 years, maybe even less. So you are in a very important juncture. At the time when you will complete your education, few of you are in the first year, few are in second year, and very, very few of BSc Forensic Science are in third year. So in next 4 to 5 years is your education journey, and that journey will see a sea change in your life. Probably we generally say at our age that we have seen the paperwork, the data in our hand, and the another phase, the data in digital world, which is not in our custody. Earlier, we can save our currency, we can save our valuable, we can save our data because it was in the physical form. So physically, you can keep it in a locker, you can keep it in a safe zone, but now the data is completely with somebody else. So, considering that the man in front of you, Dr. Saxena, is the right person, because his journey as education is tremendous. I think he has earned his education in a very diverse field. He is by training an engineer, did his PhD from IIT Guwahati, then he entered into various domains. He did masters in designing, and then did his second master from abroad, from European countries, Germany and all. Then he served Nokia, Siemens and many other countries abroad. And the zeal actually he has. I have interacted because I was not much aware about design thinking, but the term seems to be very catchy, and especially because you are well aware that now design, the safety, security, privacy, all are the necessity that they should be implemented right from the design. What is our security feature right now? Just imagine how the security works in the system. Suppose this is our institution. You are all aware that where is our security? On the gate. Once a person enters into this institution, we feel that he is being properly screened, checked, whatever. Okay, so believe in that. But suppose he has something which may not be screened by the tool which we have placed there. Or sometime our system which is screening him may not be very attentive. So there are chances that some miscreant may enter to the system. Then the second upgradation of cyber security or digital security is, which you are aware, we have the MOU, is the Zero Trust Security Architect, ZTA, Zero Trust Architect. What is that? Now, earlier it was on the gate, now they say that we will check you later on also, continuous checking. But all these existing cyber security features, they will completely wipe out. They will. Why? Understand this concept, and then I think you will relate what he is going to speak to you. Understand the nuances of cyber security these days, why it is important, and where you can do wonders with your knowledge, with your experience, with your exposure, with this concept of integration of law with labs. Now, it is not as if that you have built up any architecture of any digital platform, any physical platform or anything. No. That security should be inbuilt in the design. That is the need of the hour. We have already taught a lot to you, and there will be systematic class very soon to you in the evenings, that how DPDP Act, the Data Protection Legal Regime, is very important. Just understand that it is not only for the legal persons. It is not the matter of the technologist. It is matter of every one of us, because data is highly precious and we have no control on our data because it is in digital world. We do not have any kind of control over that whatsoever we think, because it goes to multiple stakeholders. So today Dr. Saxena is going to tell you that how innovation can be out of box. Normally what we do in our research, what we do in our thought process in the name of innovation, we are generally caged. Yesterday when we were discussing, he gave very good example. I will cite because I want to learn this. So I asked that as a layman, please tell me what is design thinking. So he gave very good example which I like to cite to ignite your thought. He said that suppose you want to provide some water supply to the children in the school. Okay? And you want to innovate that how water supply should be ensured to the children. So normally what we will do, or somebody asks to me, I will say, provide them a bottle of water. So what my thinking is, or anybody's common man's thinking is, that water bottle is a solution. So if you think from the solution to research, that is not design thinking. Design thinking is that you put that problem saying that we want to provide water supply to the children. So then there may be multiple options, multiple innovative ideas of the participants. It may be water bottle, it may be some other alternative, maybe some whatever you can think. So this design thinking, the another facet what he is looking, and he gave me a lot of examples in discussions over time, that until and unless technology is integrated with human beings, technology cannot solve problems. Technology is an aid, it is not complete package. So that is why the human-computer interface or human-computer interaction, HCI, he is the expert of that as well. So without considering the human values, the integration of human requirement, societal requirement, that is why I always say, because I born as a scientist, but later I transform myself into different fields. But I say standing here, and that I mean seriously, that if you are only a technocrat, you are only a legal expert, if you are only a forensic expert, then you are not a complete solution. Because you have to understand the human necessities, human requirement, what is needed. Maybe for the same problem, my requirement may be different, somebody else's requirement may be different. So you have to address problem. Nothing is perfectly fit for all. You have to customize. So those type of things, I think the students have come. Don't you come this side. Don't come this side. Sit in front. Just quickly. Fill up these seats. Back side. All. Come front. The front seats are vacant. Always start filling from the front side. Always remember that how much close you are with the source of inspiration, source of knowledge, you will get better. So never go very far away from the center of power, center of knowledge, center of excellence, whatsoever it is. Jaldi, quickly. Please, settle down. So now the house is full, I hope. Everybody came? All right. So my job is almost done, because I was just like a filler, means to fill the gaps of the time, because I don't want to miss few learnings from the speaker. So everybody should be here. Settle down soon, quickly. So with this, I conclude, and I pay my regards, because his journey was very terrific last night. The plane got some technical glitch, then it took a lot of time, so he could reach here after 3 a.m., starting right at the 6 o'clock in the evening from the institute. Anyway, so we humbly request him, and we again request the director of IIIT Hyderabad. Yes, IIIT I was talking about, that IIIT Hyderabad was the first, and it took up information technology even before IT Act was in place. So you can imagine, it's a beautiful campus. I had visited multiple times. So learn from diverse, experienced persons like Sir sitting today with us. With these words, I sincerely thanks Dr. Saxena, my entire team, especially Dr. Kamlesh and his entire team under the leadership of all the deans and every faculty. And every student, I believe that they will get the best out of the today's discussion. These interactions are real, benefits to you in the time to come. Probably when you go out, go to the field, then you realize that what is the advantage of such type of interaction. With this, once again, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights with us.
I now take this opportunity to warmly invite Dr. Raman Saxena, sir, to lead us through this insightful session.
Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, so I tell you I'm very nervous right now after the big introduction by Dr. Goswami about me. And I'm also nervous because this is the first time I'm taking this in an auditorium. I have taken a class, I think I was teaching maths in IIT Kanpur, and the subject was Fourier series, where I had 634 students. But that was not an auditorium, that was a classroom. And the other thing I was told that, you are brilliant student coming from various different disciplines. You are not just engineering student, but you are also law students and doing multiple, tech. Am I correct? Yeah. So that is also making me nervous because teaching or giving something to multidisciplinary, this thing, it becomes very, very tough job for a faculty or a teacher. So I try to overcome my nervousness. And the other problem I have is unless I see people in front, my academic rigor doesn't come out. So I will still request the people sitting there on that side, can you come forward? Because I am not a fish, I am a human being. My vision is very limited. Come here, there are a lot of seats. Can I just play with the... Yeah, sure, sir. So this is a remote for... Yeah, remote. Okay, so sorry for the delay. So let me start with a story. And the story is called It's Not Moving. Let me come closer. Okay. So, have you heard of this story called the Cobra Effect? Anybody? Nobody has heard this story? Okay, then it's good. So, what do you think this story is about? A cobra and its effect. So, what do you think the Cobra Effect is? How does the Cobra Effect goes? So, let me take you to the... Okay, I will leave the slide. I'll do it. So, remember when India was being ruled by the Britishers? Yeah, I know most of you doesn't know, but many of you maybe in the front row are aware of this. That there was a time when India was ruled by the Britishers, and they were ruling from Delhi, and the people of Delhi was having a problem. Like in today's time, what is the problem faced by the people at home? The mouse, the cockroaches, yeah. So that time, because Delhi was not as of today's Delhi, there was a lot of jungle. So people living there were facing a problem of cobras, snakes. So as we have, in the modern days, we have mouse, rats, cockroaches in our house, they were facing challenge of cobras or the snakes. So when you face a problem, where do you go? You go to the authority, yeah? You go to the governance. So naturally the people of Delhi went to the government, which was ruled by the Britishers. And you know, Britishers at that time was ruling most of the part of the world. So they have that arrogance that we know everything, yeah? Since we are ruling the world, we know everything, okay? So what happened? When the people reported the problem that, you know, my lord, we are facing this problem, please help us. And you know what they did? Because they thought that we have a solution. So you know what is the solution they provided? Okay, since you are facing this problem, let me give you a solution. And the solution was, you kill cobra or kill snake, bring the dead bodies of the snakes, and we give you reward. Okay? Is it a good way to solve? That people will start now killing. And why they will start killing? One is, they have a problem to the cobra, and now they are also getting a reward for getting the dead cobra. Yeah? So next day onward, people start bringing the dead cobras, dead snakes, and the people were started given the reward. And Britishers were very happy because the solution was working. And they thought, if this continue after a few months, there will be no snake left, there will be no cobra left, and the problem will vanish. But it continued. People start bringing the dead cobras. They continue to give the money. 1 month passed, 2nd month passed, 6 months passed, and they got worried now. Because what they were doing is, they were losing money. And the cobra was still keep coming. They thought, what happened? We thought that, you know, we have solved a problem. Okay, but the problem is still not being solved. So they try to investigate that what happened. You know, what do you think what happened? What do you think what happened? Huh? People started making the cobra form. Yeah, because now, like we have in today's, we have the goat form, chicken form. So people started breeding cobras. Okay, and they kill it, bring the dead cobras, and get the money. Okay, and it continued. So now, Britishers got panicked that, you know, we are giving away so much of money, but still, because we rule the world, we know what is the solution. Yeah? Yeah, that. Yes. I'm fine. It's no, fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just put it in the pocket. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. So where was I? That, you know, British got the investigation done, they found people started breeding the cobra. And if this continue, what will happen? Their money will start depleting. Yeah. So they thought what to do. Again, because they rule the world, they know the best. You know what is the solution they found? They made an announcement that anybody who is found breeding cobra will be punished. So what was the first solution? Reward. What is the next solution? The punish. And what happens when you penalize somebody? They get panicked. So what these people did? They got panicked and they opened their farms and let the cobra go away so that they are not identified the breeder of cobra. Now, what was the problem? That people were facing problem of cobras coming. They thought through first solution, they solve it, but they realized it's not. What was the second solution? They said we will penalize, and what happened? People opened the farm. Now cobras are much more in number, and it goes to the people's house. So does this solve the problem? What happened? Intent was, there were two intent or attempt to solve the problem, but does the problem vanish or not? Say yes or no. Why? Why you think the problem was? Because they intended to solve problem, but what happened that, the problem was never resolved? Any reason? Because this is our mind, cognitively is hardwired to immediately look for solution. Whenever we face any challenge, our first attempt is to solve the problem. And when you try to do this, you actually land up into any situation you remember in your time when similar kind of situation happened, not about cobra and snakes, in some other form. Anybody from Delhi here? Nobody from Delhi, yeah? Okay, so can you think about some problem which relate to this? Huh? I can't hear you. Okay. So you remember the pollution of Delhi and Arvind Kejriwal was Chief Minister, and the solution they came up with? Odd even. And did it solve the problem? What happened? Odd even solution. People are smart, right? People are smart. What they did? They bought another car. Yeah. So who got benefited? The car companies. Yeah. Who didn't get the benefit? The people, the environment. Because now the same number of cars, because the intent was to solve the problem, but they didn't realize that people will find an alternative. Okay. And they bought another car, and now the same number of cars were on the road, but actually larger number of cars. It means the pollution got much more increased. So this is what the human being has a tendency to solve the problem. And the tool which we are talking about, called design thinking, actually help you delay this process. So our intent through design thinking is, sometimes, when you cook, what do? When the things start burning, you put this onto back burner. Yeah. So the design thinking, considered as that metaphor, that put the thought process which you are spending towards solving the problem on the back burner. Okay. And if you put the solution on the back burner, then what should come on the front burner? What do you think? What should come on the front burner? If the burning thing or this thing goes to the back burner, what should come? Something which is not yet cooked. Yeah. And what is not yet cooked here in this example? The problem. Because what we did is we worked on the solution. We never try to understand the problem. Okay. So design thinking is nothing but a problem solving tool where we emphasize on two things. What are the two things? One, Dr. Goswami talked about, it's a human centered. Okay. Unfortunately, our social system is that if you are two children in the family, one children becomes an engineer and other becomes a social scientist. How do you rate these two? One is a hero, other is because engineering in our society is considered better. Yeah? And that's how we are trained. So we always try to solve the problem looking at the technology brain. Okay? And the design thinking is about rather than looking at first from the technology. Technology is very, very critical thing. I'm an engineer and I believe that it really helped me. But unfortunately, the problem with the engineering is it comes first because we are trained, socially trained for giving higher respect to engineering. Yeah? And in the process, we put the social science back, and social science is equal to the people. Okay? So design thinking is a method where we actually try to solve problem by looking at the people first rather than technology. Okay? So can I now at least can I have this? Yes. Oh, okay. Iska range hai kuch. So look at this product. Look at this product. What do you think this product is? Written here. What does this product do? A product which extracts juice from the fruits. Who must have designed this? This product, who must have designed it? Look at the product. It has a lot of mechanics, a lot of electronics. So naturally, engineer must have designed it. Right? But do you think, and what will be the cost of this product? Yeah? Must be thousands. Okay? But imagine what was your job to be done. What do you wanted? To extract juice from a fruit. Right? But an engineer who never thought about that what his user is going to do with this, they thought, let me use this as an opportunity for showing my state of art. How much technology I know. Okay? And they create a product which looks very fancy, which looks very state of art. But would you be happy? Okay, sales are weak. Okay. Would you be happy using this? What kind of problem it can create for you? Tell me, what kind of problem it can create for you? This product, which is a fully mechanical and electronics. When you extract juice, what do you do after that? You clean. And how do you clean? Water. If the water goes to mechanical part and the electronic part, what will happen to them? They get spoiled. So it is a manifestation of an engineer that I can use my state-of-art knowledge of technology and create a product where I feel very happy about. He forgets about the person who are going to use it. Who is going to use it? Tell me. An engineer? A normal person. Yeah? Yeah? Look at the product on the right side. What is this product? What is the cost of this product? Maybe 100 rupees. Yeah? It does exactly the same thing. But unfortunately, because we are looking at from the point of view of technology, we create a monster. Okay? We are happy about it because it reflects that how great designer or how great scientist or how great engineers I am. But you require that product. Okay? So never create a product which is not helping the end user. So design thinking tells you how to create human-centered product or how do you create human-centered solution. Okay? Yeah. Have you seen this product? Have you seen? What is this product? Who could be the user of this product? On the this one. Who could be the user of this product? Huh? Somebody should say loud so that I can hear it. Common man. No. No, it's not for the one in the left hand side is not meant for the common man. And that's what we should not do. We never specify the people as common people. Yeah? Because all of you, if I try to study you, I'll find 10 different category of people, not as faculty versus a student or law student versus technology student. You might be a combination of different personality, different demographics, and it will categorize into different people. So you cannot say all the group is same. Okay? So here, who is the user? Please look at the picture. Who is the user? As per you. This one. Who could be the user? You can't think of? I give you the clue. The buttons are quite big. The keypad is old population. Why? Why old? Why it's not for younger people? What is the connection between older people and a big keypad? Eyesight. More than that, what is the other problem? The most of the older people, they have a problem with their motors. Their hand shakes, their finger shakes. Imagine if they have to press a button, keypad, which is very small. What are the chances? They might press a wrong button not because of intent, but because of their finger is shaking. Yeah, hands are shaking. So this phone is designed for older people, not for the common man. What if this button does that? The orange one. What do you think this orange thing is in this? What does this do? It's a flashlight. No. It's not a flashlight. What this button could be? To remove battery? Or do something else? What kind of problem old people can face? What kind of challenges old people can face? They might get into some emergency. They have gone out. They've fallen. They met with an accident. Imagine they have a phone and they want to reach out to their loved ones in emergency. What do you think state of mind will be of that person? Do you think they will be able to dial the number? Yeah? No. So, what it does? Once you press this, it does two functions. It's actually first start calling the 5 numbers which you have stored. Okay? You just push one button and automatically start dialing the number which you have stored there, which are emergency number. And when it doesn't reaches any one of them, then start sending the SMS. Okay, now because of you engineer and the new technology, now when you press it, it also sends the geolocation of you. Yeah, please. Thanks a lot. So it is actually sending the geolocation of yours where you are. So, do you think now, is it a good product for older people? Yeah? Why it's good product for older people? Because it's taking care of their needs, it's taking care of their profile, it's taking care of the limitation they have. What is the limitation they have? They have a moving finger, shaking finger, and they also have the issue with their eyesight. They also have issue with the what is the other issue? Older people, they might get into emergencies and it may not be possible for them to dial the number. Okay? So, it actually helps older population to dial the number without making error, and in case of emergency, they are able to reach to their loved one without much effort. Why it is orange color display? Generally the display is in green, na? Monochrome display generally is green and blue. Why it's orange? Scientists, engineers, is the color blindness. Why? How does the color blindness it's not really color blindness, but it increases the readability. It increases the contrast. Their eyesight is weak, they need higher contrast. So the orange color makes a high contrast. Okay? So even with your low eyesight, you are able to read better. So what do you learn from this? What do you learn? What is your learning from this example? You are not designing a product for the common man. Yeah? You are not designing. When somebody was designing, they never thought that they are designing for the common man. So what they are designing, they identify a user. They identify a particular user for which, and they study about that user, who the user are, what kind of needs they have, and what kind of challenge they can go through. Yeah? Thanks. The technology failed. Yeah? So now we have to bring the human there. Yeah? So look at this staircase. Again, older person. When an older person climbs the staircase, what happens? They start having breathing problem. Yeah? And they need to take some rest. What could be a solution? Put a chair on each floor or each landing place. But what will happen if you put the chair? Some people will steal it, somebody will throw it, somebody will reposition it. Yeah? It's not going. It might be a solution, but not going to work. You know what the designers have done? They've created a sitting. You are not looking for comfort. What you are looking for, just to take a break. So this particular thing, which is, it serves as a purpose. And now what you can do is, you can actually take a climb, land in this place, sit, take some rest, and then again climb. Is it good solution or not? Chair could have been one solution because chair is readily available. What is the problem? The chair doesn't fit into this context. Okay? And that's why better than chair, this solution will work. Yeah? This is another one. Yeah? So this is called hug chair. Yeah? Because we also talk about emotion. Yeah? So you must associate better, not people like me now. Yeah? So think about that how you would like to share. Yeah? So a chair which allows two of you to face each other and talk, build the conversation. Yeah? All of us have gone through this experience once in lifetime. Remember what happens? Nurse comes, put the needle, syringe, put the tape, and ask, don't move your hand. Yeah? Until 1 liter or half liter bottle get empty, don't move your hand. And once it get finished, what happens? She comes and remove it. And if you have a hairy hand, what will happen? The tape will also remove some hair, and you know the pain. Yeah? Look at this product. No tape, nothing. It's like a glove which you wear. You can move your hand, you can do whatever activity without having the trouble of all this problem. Yeah? Is it making sense to you or not? So, if these are the good product or the left hand side is a good product? Yeah, right hand side. So, what kind of product you want to build? Right side one. Yeah, good. Move. You know, you have seen this scooter? Which is the brand of this? What is this called? Huh? Vespa or Lambretta. Yeah? You know, it has done very interesting thing. Maybe today you won't look at it. But when it invented, you know what was the problem? The scooter was not driven by the female. You know why? And it came from the Italy. It came from the Western world. What was they wearing? They used to wear skirts. Okay? The motorbike cannot be. Okay, this created, you know, the table के सामने एक वो रहता है barrier. What is it called? What is it called? Anybody name it? Table के नीचे एक वो रहता है ना? Kind of partition. It's called grace partition. Yeah. Okay. So similar thing. The front of that actually allow to make it unisex. Now the women can also drive. Before that, women cannot drive this. So the whole front portion was designed to provide that. Yeah? And it has changed. You know, it has actually impacted the women empowerment in Western world. Yeah? So think one product which has changed the whole social system. Move. Okay, so what is common here? People, their goal, and their context. So whenever you want to solve a problem or whenever you want to build a new product, you look at these three items. What are the three items? Who you are solving this problem? Who are the people? And what is their goal? What was the goal of the juicer? To extract juice. Yeah? Goal was not to showcase your technology's capabilities. Yeah? And the use case scenario, where are you going to use it? Yeah? Move. Unfortunately, most of the time, this is our process of innovation. So what is wrong with this process? Anything wrong with this process? Or it's all good? What do you think? Is this process, do you understand the process? So you are talking about the research, requirement gathering, then designing the solution and then implementing. Is there anything wrong in this? What's wrong or what's right? You understand graphs. What does this graph show? If you look at from the effort point of view, the least efforts are being put on the research and the most efforts are put on the implementation. Why? Would you be happy writing a code or you will be happy debugging the code? Any software engineer there? You will be happy writing the code. You will not be happy debugging the code. And when you do so much of work in implementation, you are not doing productive. You are doing the debugging. Okay. Why you have to do a lot of debugging? What is the reason? Because you have compromised your first stage, the requirement gathering. You didn't do good requirement gathering, and that will end up doing much more work on the implementation. All of us have watched this movie, na? Titanic. So, yeah, you know, when the Titanic was launched, what was the claim? It is a never sink. And what happened to his first journey? Yeah, move forward. So, what was the reason of this unsinkable sink got sunk? Because these two people came in front and they opened their arms and they got disbalanced, or there was something else? Yeah, what happened? You know iceberg? Yeah, theory of iceberg. So how does the iceberg look like? Very small on the top and very big. And if you want to know how big the iceberg is, what you need to do? You need to jump into the sea, right? Or you use some instrument to measure the size. Yeah. So what happened? The arrogance. You remember the arrogance of Britishers? That we rule the world, we know everything. Yeah. So the captain was very, very experienced. Thought, I know this, I have navigated so many ships, yeah. So he overconfidently said, no, I will be able to navigate. And he never realized the bottoms of the iceberg. And in the first journey, how many people lost their lives? Many people who were thought that, you know, they are going for a journey of heaven, yeah. So icebergs look like this. And if you really want to know the iceberg, you have to understand, go and take a deep dive. This is exactly what you should do when you start designing product, when you start solving a problem, that you take a deep dive into understanding the problem, how big is the iceberg is. Yeah? If you don't do that, what will happen? You will make a wrong assumption without validation, and you will actually end up into Titanic. Yeah? Move. So what you have to do? You have to turn the graph, turn this thing, bring a lot of efforts on understanding, taking a deep dive, and so that you can minimize. A lot of people have this problem. They think if we spend a lot of time on research, we will actually extend the process. We will take more time. No, it's a myth. You will actually maybe spend less time in developing because you have done very good study. You are not revising your design, you are not revising your technology, and you are not wasting your time on implementation. Okay? So I hope, do you agree you will use the first curve or this curve? Why? Because I told you. Yeah? Or is there any reason? That you will able to reduce your unproductive time. You will not require to do debug because you have already cleared the requirement. Yeah? Move. So today's topic is design thinking. What do you think? What is design? What is design for you? Huh? Structure. Okay. What else? What is design? Don't look at from an engineering design perspective right now. Just general. Because if you go and look at the conversation of people, every day people must be using this word called design multiple times. Yeah. So a housewife will say, I have designed my house because I changed the setting of my drawing room. Yeah. Or I changed the lighting and all, and it's a design. Yeah. So what is design? Design? Architecture of. Yeah? Okay. Anybody else? So when I tell you the story, when I moved, I was working for a company called Siemens as an engineer, and then I went for my first master in industrial design at an institute, I don't know if you even know, it's called National Institute of Design, IIT Ahmedabad. Okay. Anybody knows about this institute? Yeah. Nobody knows. Yeah. It's a very small institute. It doesn't teach you engineering. It calls the engineers and teach design. Yeah. So I learned. And so when I was in my first semester, there was a winter vacation. I came back to Delhi where I was working. I wanted to meet my colleagues. And I entered into Siemens office, and my boss, Sachdeva, he looked at me. He said, oh, Raman, good to see you. I was remembering you. So I said, Mr. Sachdeva, you never remembered me when I was working with you. How come you remember me now when I am not working with you? You know what was the answer? Oh, yesterday I was watching a fashion show. I said, how come fashion show and me? Oh, you're not doing design. So, IIT graduate, IIT Delhi graduate, he said, when I looked at the fashion, I remembered you because you are studying design. So that is the understanding of design. Design is about, okay, move forward. So this is a general understanding of design, and that's the reason the designers are called last. And they are given a job to make it look beautiful, yeah. But this is not their right thing, yeah. It's really not. Okay, so design thinking is not about making things prettier. Design thinking is not about making aesthetically look good. Design thinking is about solving the complex problem, solving the problem which sit at the intersection of human needs, technology, which is about whether you are able to solve a problem which is producible or solvable, and also viability in terms of whether it can be affordable. Yeah, move next. So one of the important thing about one of the important thing about the design thinking is human centered, and when it's human centered, is also based on empathy. How many of you know empathy? I'm not talking about sympathy. What is empathy? Anybody heard this word called empathy? Yeah? Nobody heard? Don't tell me. Yeah, what is empathy? Empathy is about trying to see things from others' point of view. We also say, put your leg into their shoe so that you can feel whether the shoe is pinching or not. So empathy is about not sympathy. Empathy is about trying to see how other people see. So if you are able to build this mindset of empathy, you will be able to understand what problem people are facing. You will become a good engineer, you will become a good designer. So, as Dr. Goswami was saying, out-of-box thinking, a lot of people must have come here, and in my college people came and they always talk about innovation. But nobody told me how to innovate. So they talked about big words about innovation, but even I was not very confident to ask them how to innovate. They given us a lot of examples, but they never solved my problem of how do I innovate. Let's do an exercise, short exercise. Can we have the paper? Just if you all guys have a pen or pencil, or you believe that mobile phone hai apne saath to sab kuch hai, nahi? Nobody. How many of you don't have a pen or pencil? So I believe every other person has a pencil or pen. Yeah. Okay. So how do you think out of box? So you are going to do the exercise to understand how do you think out of box. Your job is, you have 7 minutes to design a chair for your grandparents, grandfather, grandmother, or grandparents. Okay? The brief is clear. What do you need to do? Design. What? A chair. For whom? For your grandparents. You can take grandmother, you can take grandfather, or you use the hug chair and bring both of them. Doesn't matter. Yeah? Okay. But you are designing the chair for your grandparents. Okay? Clear? 7 minutes. I'm not starting the time now because still the paper is going. If you want to try, you please do that. Yeah? Ma'am, if you want to try, you can do that. Yeah? Nobody is going to judge on your drawing skill. Okay? Nobody will judge your drawing skill here. So, is brief is understood or not? People, why you are on that corner? Please empathize with me. I have to come here to talk to you. I have to move so much. Why don't you come this side? Just this side. Shall I come and take you? There is a whole way. This chairs are empty. Why don't you sit? These are all VIP seats. Come. All backbenchers. Backbenchers, please come. So now I start the time. Most of you have got. So you got 7 minutes to design. Right now it's 11:34. You have 7 minutes, means 11:41, for designing a chair for your grandparents or grandmother or grandfather or together. Okay? Don't worry about your drawing skill. Nobody is going to judge you about drawing skill. Be confident about this thing. All of us have drawn in our school time. Yeah? So we are not in drawing class. So we will not look at your line quality or rendering and all kind of stuff. Yeah? Anybody who didn't understand what is the exercise? Anybody here who didn't? Yes? No? Design a chair for your grandparents. That's all. So you have person, you are given a person, you are given a product. Now you have to just do it. Please do it. It's not a group task, it's an individual task. Okay? And nobody is grandparents here. So there's no point believing that they are grandparents. Hello, sir. The paper is there, not there. You leave it for evening that. Everybody got the paper? Those who don't have the pencil or pen, what are they going to do? Use your mobile, yeah, and draw there. You have provided the sketch, okay. Huh? I never said anything to you. It's up to you. You know your grandparents better. I don't know your grandparents. Yeah. People are doing? नहीं इसको खत्म हो जाए हाँ because I want उसके बाद So anybody facing a problem or challenge in doing that? Or are you happy doing that? Yeah? Okay. And please remember, we're doing this exercise on a topic called thinking out of box. Nahin? And you know or you don't know how to think out of box. Who has done it? Anybody has done it? Come. Aajo idhar. Yeah, come. The first 5 people who have done it, they can come on the stage. What is this? Hey, where are the men? Yeah, come here. You stand here. Yeah. Nahi, not so many. We want 5 or 6. Anyway, come, at least stand here. Come. Take inspiration from them that they have done it rather than looking at somebody else. Okay, so who is going to present? Somebody volunteers to present. Come. Yeah. Talk to them, not to me. Yeah. Go talk to them and show them design. And give your thought process. So we are not doing it drawing class, so you don't have to say this. You're an engineer, everybody knows, or law student.
Since I'm not an artist, I'm just going to present my art, and it looks very messy. But main thing was comfortableness, so I'll just represent. I have headrest here. For the old people, they need headrest and handrest along with the leg rest, and it should swing according to me for comfort.
Yeah.
I'm having a tea holder too and a specs holder because, of course, my grandparents need specs. And a bookkeeper too because everybody reads book. So it's not just for the old peoples, for everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
Now one boy goes. Who's going? Yeah. Show them.
So basically I have created 3 designs for my grandparents.
Talk about one design only. Talk about the first design.
So the middle one is of a basic structure, and I know it doesn't provide that much of comfort, but the third one I think it is of a sofa side, and I have this leg rest, and I think it is cushiony at the side.
Okay. Okay, come, yeah. Unfortunately, I'll not able to call everybody, but you're on the stage, yeah?
So I've designed a chair keeping my dadu in mind. He's no more, but he used to face a problem. He was very tall. So I think every old people needs a leg rest so that their legs don't pain, a cushiony back and a cushiony seat, and also an inclined back so that if they feel tired, so they can incline back and rest, and also very comfortable arm rest, along with a glass or a teacup holder because he was a tea freak. He used to drink like 5 or 6 cup teas. So I think he needs that. And also a newspaper or a book space so that he or anyone could keep their newspapers, novels along with them. So this was my idea. Thank you.
One more girl can come based on, yeah. Anybody, let's fight first and then go, whosoever wins.
Actually, I have made this design thinking about
Show them
an
the
analogy.
design, yeah.
It's more text than a design.
That's
Actually, it is the same as all have made it. It has an armrest, headrest, and leg rest. It also includes a desk which can be removed and attached again. Because my Nanaji used to really like writing books, he was a novelist also. So I have made a table for him so that he can keep and write in it, and also a cup holder because he likes to drink tea a lot.
Okay, so thank you everyone, but stay here. What do you find that, all these chairs are now in the market. Which one you will buy and how and why? Which one you will buy? If you have all these products in the market, how you will decide to buy, because all has the legs, the seat, backrest, armrest, they all look same. Maybe some form, lipstick on a pig, yeah? They are modified, nothing else, yeah? So why all these people are thinking? So do you think if this is the way you will go, will you able to create a unique product? Which will be like customer look at it and say, no, this is the product I'm going to buy. Yeah, and this is exactly what these guys have done and why they have done it. What was the exercise? Before exercise, what I said, learn to think out of the box, right? And I intentionally put a box. I put you into the box. Right? I would have given this chair without the background. Yeah? So I created a metaphor of a box so that you understand, come out of it. What was the job? Think out of the box. But you taken a constraint of, and you have a cognitive model of a chair. You already seen a chair. You know a chair will have a backrest, okay, legs, yeah, handrest. Somebody will add chai ka cup rakhna, somebody will add newspaper holder, somebody, only that cosmetic difference, yeah. But all will look similar. So now, if you want them to create something different, what is the way? And what is the problem they got into? Why they are able to come with a similar solution, not a unique solution? What was the problem in that? They were supposed to think out of box, they never thought out of box because they were still in the box, and we have cognitive models, right? So how do you come out of this out of box? I already put you into the box, and that's why you bring chair. So what is the method? How do I think out of box? Anybody? After this, remove the box, yeah? Will it help? How do you remove the box? Move. Move. No, not you. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. This is the way. You know what you were trying to do? What is the chair? What is chair is the outcome. Yeah? It's not the purpose. Why do you need a chair? Tell me. Why do you need a chair? What is your goal? To sit. Yeah? That's the. So, you are not designing a chair. Everybody started designing a chair because I put you into the box and you took this clue that we need to design a chair, and that's exactly the situation in this world, that we get into the boxes because of our own constraint. And the first thing you have to remove is you have to remove this box and replace it with what? The goal. What is the goal? The way to define this brief is design something to sit. The purpose. By changing it to something to sit, what is the benefit we are getting? What is the benefit we are getting? We are removing the cognitive model of chair. Now the chair is not there in your mind. Something to, I can sit on this, I can sit on the floor, I can sit on a stone, I can sit on a box. Yeah? So what we are trying to do this, we are taking away the box out of you, which was putting a constraint, and what we are saying, design something to sit on for your parents, father, mother context. Yeah? For what? They might not be using same chair for everything. That's why there are different chair comes. Yeah? So unless until you are able to break this down into not as a product, you are not designing a product, you are not designing a purpose. Okay? So you put that purpose into this. Okay? And if you write this, like Dr. Goswami was talking about the water bottle, you can say design a water bottle for the school going kids or somebody who is on the move, or you change the brief because you already put the bottle into the box, yeah? And now you will create some round, some square, some lamba, some chote, some handle, some with tag, whatever, yeah? Some transparent, some with metal cap, some with wooden cap, but they will all remain the bottle. So how do you change the brief? Move next. How might we design, deliver? What is the purpose of the bottle? What it does? Do you buy bottle because of the bottle, or you buy because there is a purpose of the bottle? What is the purpose of the bottle? You are able to drink water when you feel thirsty. And when you feel thirsty, most of the time you are out of your home. Yeah? Because home mein to mil jayega. Bahar ka challenge hai. That's why. And this could be like, for example, in France, Paris, there is no drinkable water in terms of water bottle. Yeah? So how do they provide you the bottle? They created water fountains. Yeah? Why do you need? And why, because when you created a water bottle, what happened? You have also added lot of problems. What are the problems with the water bottle? After some time, they go out of use, and then recycle, upcycle, environmental pollution, all kind of thing. Yeah? So a good way to think is not to think in a synchronization manner that, I'm going to design a chair or I'm going to design a water bottle. I'm going to design a purpose, what I need. Okay, so you actually update the brief. Client will come to you, people will come to you saying that, design this for me. The first question you should ask that, am I designing this or I'm designing something else? Am I designing a product or I'm designing a purpose? I think that is what thank you very much. And thank you everyone who participated and they were not able to come because you just lagged a few seconds. Yeah? Move forward. Move forward. Let's move forward. Move forward. Move forward. So now, when we talk about design thinking, there has to be method or process. Everything has a process and method. So what is the design thinking process? What you learn, what we did in this exercise. First brief and the second brief. What is the change? Anybody has understood some change? What is change happened? What was the brief saying? Design a chair. What does this mean? Do you understand divergence, convergence? Divergence, convergence. Yeah? All science students must be knowing. Yeah? So, what does the divergence do? What does the convergence do? What is the divergence do? What is the convergence do? Okay, move forward. Move forward. This is the model which is called double diamond model. And have you seen this model in any internet? Somebody came, somebody did a workshop or something. Did you look at this model? What is this model called? It's called double diamond model. So what is in this? You remember the graph where we have the research and all? This is exactly the same. Okay? The only thing is, it's telling there is a process of solving a problem or there is a process of innovation. One process is called identifying the problem. The second process is called designing a solution. Okay? So, the problem is that we don't do the first diamond. Okay? And we start from the second diamond. We start making a ideation. We start working on a solution. So, the first diamond is about research. And in research, by changing the statement, design something to sit on versus design a water bottle or design a chair, what happened in this model? Design a chair versus design something to sit on, what is here? Okay, when I say design a chair, does it come here? On this, does it come here? When I say design a chair, am I diverging or converging? When I say design a chair, I am diverging or converging? I am converging. I have already converged you that, nothing else you design a chair. I tell you very interesting story of IIIT. We have a beautiful way of selecting students. And believe me, we are the one institute at the entry level, we are the best in terms of diversity. Yeah? We get people from every possible geographical, demographic thing. Yeah? Gender, physically challenged, economic class, everything is there. But when they come into the institute, they only look for Google, Microsoft, these kind of companies that I'm going to become a. So, what we are doing is, is it a good? No, it's not good. Yeah? Because what we did is, before they diverge, they got converged. Okay? So, the best is that you should start diverging. And by changing the statement that design something to sit on, I've actually created a statement of divergence. Because now, you can have multiple options, multiple ways you can think of this problem. I can sit here, but there could be some problem while sitting here. Yeah? I can sit on a chair, I can sit on a stone. So I am actually start understanding the problem but I am diversifying. Yeah? Once I have diverse, then converge. Because now you have to understand what is the real problem an older person face. We assume a lot of problem about older person that, they need a place to put their spectacles, they need something like a cushion. No. not necessary, because older population is also have a different demographics. Okay, a person coming of rural India might not even look at the cushion, because they always have a feeling for the hard surfaces, yeah. So you can't just assume that every person look for a cushion, okay. But for that, what you have to do is you have to diverge in terms of population and then start converging. You may find people that another interesting thing, I hope you must be aware of the Dr. Gopinath, Air Deccan, yeah? Anybody knows other than you guys? You heard Dr. Gopinath? The Dr. Gopinath was the one who started Air Deccan, na? And he had a dream that every Indian should be able to afford flying. And you will be surprised that, I have flown at a ticket of 500 rupees. That was the cost of the ticket, yeah. So when Dr. Gopinath started this movement, you know what Boeing was thinking? Boeing thought that if everybody Indians start flying, then do I need to redesign my aircraft? Okay? And they started doing, I was part of the research. And the first thing what we did is we removed everything from the aircraft. We removed, because why we removed it? Because there was already chairs. And we can't think, we can't diverge when you already have a chair. So first, to diverge, you have to remove the box. And we removed the box of chairs from there. We emptied. And then started studying that how people live and work or travel. We studied the people traveling in bus, we studied the people traveling in train, we studied people traveling in a private car, people traveling in a shared cab, shared tempos and all. And that was because we wanted to diverge first rather than converge. We could have worked on designing chairs differently, yeah, but we never started, yeah. So diversion and conversion will lead you to a place called understanding the problem, and this called actionable problem statement, and it's represented as a statement called how might we, HMW, okay, HMW statement. Now you know the problem, okay, you understood what your grandparents need. You never started, okay, tell me, Bapu, chair mein kya chahiye aapko, right? You're not, because if you ask him what do you need in a chair, naturally he will be thinking around the chair. You're again putting him into the box. He will say, okay, I need a cushion, I need backrest and all. But he will not think, can I have a chair which doesn't have a leg? We can't think of a chair without leg because we are in the box. But there is a possibility that, did you think about hug chair? No, because you never went and tried to diverge. Okay, you always thought chair is a chair. You can make the chair, two people can sit in front of each other by directing the chair, but somebody thought about this need and they are able to come up with this. Somebody thought about that old person who has to climb the stair and he needs something to rest. And he also understood if you provide a chair there, it's going to create more problem than helping the people. Okay, and that's why they modified the railing. Yeah. So once you already understand the problem, what is the next thing? You start diverging. A lot of times, oh, I have a great idea. One idea, and you claim I have a great idea. Never think about that. Let's do a second exercise, or shall we take a break before this? Yeah? Shall we take a, yeah. But in the meantime, please share the sheet with the 30 circles. Yeah. Please distribute, and we will take a short break. What is the short break means here? 10-15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes, not beyond that, yeah? Okay? So, if you can come back in 10 minutes, very good. If you can't, then at least come back in 15 minutes, yeah? But take this sheet. I'm not telling you what you need to do, but look at these circles. So, earlier you had a box, this time you have a circle. And please remember, we are in ideation stage. अभी ब्रेक करें, ब्रेक करते हैं, ये निकाल देना अभी. I'm sorry, you have to. Yeah.
The event will be continued within 5 minutes. Please come back within 5 minutes.
Ideas, yeah, okay. I'll come back to you. At least you're very close, yeah. Okay, anybody, why did so many circles given to you? So that you keep circling around, yeah? What is the meaning of this circle? And it's written 30 circle exercise. What do you think is 30
Everybody,
circle
please be
exercise
seated
would
in
be?
the middle row.
Let me talk to these guys. Acha, okay, yeah. Why, you got this exercise, that 30 circle? Or you came late? You got it? Yeah. What do you think? Huh? No. Color nahi hona chahiye. Huh? What do you think? You don't have a color pen, na? So we don't need color. But what is this circle exercise about? Any idea? No thought. So what are you learning here? BTech or law? Forensic, okay. So you should be think like a detective mind, na? Why somebody is giving you a circle? Your detective thinking would have started already. What is the reason? Do you know how a detective thinks? Yeah? Forensic science student. How a forensic science guy think? Or a detective think? Huh? Which year you are in? Second year. Then you should know. Huh? Achha, you are in first. So he's giving you excuse. No, I am in first year. Don't ask me. If the second year doesn't know, how can a first year know? Okay. But this is, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
These circles are like empty and maybe something we can fill in with informations or
Emptiness,
the drawing.
yeah, nirvana.
Emptiness.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to say something about this circle?
We can fill it with any activities, or we can make non-colors specifically. We can make any symbols or designs.
Okay, yeah, you're close. So that corner, she said, I can do multiple things with this. She also said something. So it's actually about, so you have, are you guys ready to do this exercise? Yes, sir. Okay, so you have 5 minutes and you have 30 opportunities. Right? You have 30 opportunities to pick from here. Okay? You have 30 potential opportunities in this sheet. Yeah? Identify those opportunity by filling this in terms of what do you think first circle could be? I tell you the clue. For me, the first circle is a football. Okay? I can draw football in this, yeah? But don't say now the second circle is cricket ball, then third circle is ping pong ball, and then fourth circle is basketball. No. Once you have used this one circle is a ball, don't use any kind of ball. Think about something else. You can combine circles and create an opportunity. So that is. But if you can create 30 as an individual, you have a great mind. Okay? So let's look at how you use this circle as 30 opportunities and how many opportunities you are able to get from here. So you can draw. I told you can make a smiley, but now then say, oh, a sad smiley, angry smiley. No. Once you have used a smiley, just don't keep anything. So don't repeat. Yeah. Come with a unique ideas here. So this is something called ideation. You have opportunity to ideate 30 different things using a circle. Let's see what is your brain working on. Okay? Yes. You can draw it, you can combine it, you can add something in that. Like you can make a cat, yeah, by adding the ears, yeah. You can make a flower. I'm giving you all the rotten ideas, yeah, because you will always think about it, yeah. Everybody will think about create a flower, create a smiley, create a ball. But I'm looking for something unique in this. Okay? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? This is an individual exercise, not a group exercise. Each of you has 30 opportunities, yeah? So now start. You have 5 minutes. 5 minutes to use this sheet. Huh? Okay, what? No, no text is allowed. Line, outside line, inside line, anything is fine, but no text. Okay? You can combine one circle, two circles, but I tell you the simplest way. You can make a caterpillar. Combine all the circle into one, but that means you only taken one opportunity, please. Huh? Up to you. You have 30 opportunities. You want to lose 5 opportunities, one? It's your choice. 30. You can create 30 different ideas. And I give you the background of this. When I was a design student, and if a problem is given to us, our teacher was never allowed us into his room or her room. The only question, whenever we knocked his room, kitna hua? And if we are hesitant about kitna hua, he said, go back. Only show me your face when you have 30 ideas. Okay? 30 ideas is a requirement for bringing 2 good ideas. Okay? If you think that your first idea is great, then you are into trouble. Okay? So when you are able to think 30 different ideas, then you have a chance to get 2 good ideas. Okay? That's the purpose of this. So now you have an opportunity to use this circle to bring in 2 good ideas. But for that you need to come with 30 good ideas. Oh. Okay, they want me to go away from you. Okay. That's a tech problem. They want to distance the people with the people. Okay, I have to abide by the protocol. Any question anybody has? Anybody who didn't understood? Everybody understood. You have 30 opportunities to use. You can make it 10, you can make it 5. Okay, by combining. Or you can make it just 1 by combining all the circle and say, I am caterpillar. Yeah. Up to you. Again, nobody will judge your drawing. Think out of box. Don't get into circle. Come out of the circle. You know how to solve the puzzles, nahin? Connect the dot, yeah, by only 3 lines, and cover all the dots. If you remain within the circle, you will never be able to solve the puzzle. You have to go out of this. Hello, last seat. Why you are sitting there? When you have so much space here in front, that's a VIP seat. When you go to watch match, which seat you prefer? Huh? Back. When you go to the rock concert, where do you want to stand? Front row. Why? Because I am a faculty. Yeah? I don't bring that celebrity status. Yeah? I don't bring that glamour. Yeah? अब तो आ जाओ यार. You can also come. Don't instruct. Come. I'm telling you. आ जाओ. आगे means here. Here. आ जाओ. Not on this side. This is all the seats are vacant. No, हाँ यहाँ पे बैठना उनको भी आने की जगह दे दो यार नहीं not here. This is special seat for you. Come. You are on my radar right now. Come. Hello. You have to watch. Are you into police? Yeah. You are the secretary right now. Nobody is a secretary here. It's just a workshop going on. Yeah. Change your role right now. It doesn't matter. Let them make a noise. Don't worry. Yeah. He still is maintaining his mindset. I'm the secretary. Why should I go to the second? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. You are too young to be a faculty. You're looking so young. Seriously, if you sit among them, I will never even think about it. Either you are doing a B.Tech, maybe first year. How many agree with me? See, just look at them. Everybody raise hand. Seriously, I never thought you are a faculty. I'm not disrespecting you by this thing, but you're too young. Yeah, so now do something about it. Right? But I tell you, very interesting. As a faculty, especially in the time of AI, so this is one interesting challenge we are facing. So there are faculties who are trying to see that the ChatGPT and all these AIs are useless in terms of integrity of the education, yeah, or they are breaking, yeah. So what they do, they put so much of effort on policing. They give the assignment, they spend so much of time checking who copied from where and all kind of thing. I never do that. Because I consider ChatGPT as my RA, okay, or my junior researcher, okay. So rather than wasting your time on doing this, people not make noise and all kind of thing. I don't know, are you guys make so much of noise? Till now you have not made even a single noise. Okay, so we should use this to really make it as a collaborator. And you are too young, to be honest. You should you should say, this is not the role I'm going to do. I'm going to make noise with them. Nahin? So next time, call him. Do we have a cultural festival like Antaragni? Yeah? So where do you stand there? Front or where does he stand? When the rock, do you have the rock performance or something? No. How can? You're young faculty. How can you don't have a rock? Or I'm sorry, maybe I'm breaking the protocol. But good to have so young, look at least looking so young, that even experienced people like me have kind of failed to reach. Okay, who has done it? Who has done all 30? Whether you are combined, it doesn't matter right now. How? Anybody complete all the 30? No, I said 30. Yeah. So, okay, how many of you have done 25? Anybody who has done 25? Nobody. Okay, how many have done 20? Okay, 20. Come on the stage. Okay, now we call these 20 guys, 20 guys who have done 20, and they will tell what they have done. And if anybody of you have done that, okay, put the cross onto your sheets. Let's see how many ideas you bring. Yeah. Show them, talk to them. The rule is, please watch him for this thing that he should not say, I created a sunflower, then I created a rose, I created something, or I created ball and all. Like, no repeat ideas, yeah? Just unique ideas. Not to talk about it. Yeah.
I have made more than 20 items in this page. First of all, I have made a cycle, then water sprinkler.
The cycle, he has made a cycle, combining the two. Yeah? How many of you have done cycle? Yeah, okay. Okay, what is the next one?
Next one, I have made a water sprinkler for
Water
the plant
sprinkler.
irrigation. Yes. Sir.
Water sprinkler, show me. Okay, no, okay, sorry. Don't do this. This is not, you are not designing icon. के अंदर बना दिया सर्कल को फिर एज ए बैकग्राउंड यूज किया नो disqualified. You are not, somebody else should come.
I have made a sun, then a smiley, then a football ball, then a table tennis stick.
Okay, table tennis
stick.
Okay.
Or then a clock, then a flower,
okay,
then a M
target,
target,
and
marking stick. Whenever we mark numbers on a stick.
This looks to be a magnifying glass. Okay, let's see magnifying glass. Okay.
Container, sir.
Container. Okay.
Then eye.
Eye. Okay.
Then
how can eye be like round? What is the shape of eyeball? No? So he said eye.
Eyeball.
He said eye.
Then pizza.
Pizza.
Plate.
Plate.
Moon.
Moon. Sun and moon are disqualified. You have used. Then you can say, you know, moon on first day, moon on second day, moon on third day. No. Okay.
Then stickers, tattoos.
How many of you have, whatever ideas he said, how many of you have done that? What is the first? Flower. How many of you have done flower? Many. What is the next one? How many of you have done pizza? Yeah, young guys, pizza hoga hi. Or
Induction. Then ring. Then ring.
Ring. How many of you have done ring? Yeah.
Then spectacles.
Spectacles. Of course, Gandhiji. Yeah. Aage.
Then cycle.
Okay. Somebody who has not done any of these. Only talk about those. So, are you seeing what happening? What are you understanding right now? That there are a lot of ideas which are common. Okay. So, when you bring the same number of chairs, what will happen? Same. So, there is a, okay, first talk about it.
I made from two circle dumbbell.
Dumbbell. Anybody done dumbbell? How many? But very less, yeah? Do you go to gym?
And I made trophy.
What?
Trophy.
Trophy, okay.
And medal.
Trophy and medal is same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bangle.
Ring. How many people made bangle? Only few. You're young guy, na? Yeah.
And chapati.
Coin.
And that circle pool for kids.
Okay.
Circle.
Okay.
And jumping net. Like
Tell them. I'm hearing.
Jumping net.
Jumping net, trampoline. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anybody who has not done, who have some new?
I have a mushroom, a ball of fire.
How does the mushroom look? In a circle? Top view of the mushroom or no? Okay, interesting one. She modified the circle. Yeah, not a problem.
A radio combining two circles, a WhatsApp logo.
What logo?
WhatsApp logo. Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. Anybody done yin and yang? Okay, yeah.
A button.
Okay.
A pie. And medal.
A medal, okay.
The
Earth.
The Chrome logo.
Okay.
That's all.
Anybody, something new? We are looking for unique now. Caterpillar. How many circle you use to? Is it a baby caterpillar or a mama caterpillar? Okay. Olympic. So she has used this 5. So what has she has done by doing this? What she has done? She created a caterpillar, but what she lost? 5 opportunities. what I'm trying to tell you with this exercise is, first, you guys done a very good job because I've seen this exercise. People can't think of more than 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and they are all rotten ideas which everybody will think about. Yeah, so that way, good work, and I'm sure many of you must have done it. So the rule for the game is that if you really want to bring one good idea or two good idea, don't stop yourself to few. 30 idea, if you look at it as a mathematical formula, 30 ideas can get you to at least idea which is worth discussing. Okay? So many times what happens, this is I face challenge with the students and even my colleagues, they think their first idea is great. Okay? And they stop thinking. So never do that. Keep exploring till you get 30 different unique ideas. Okay? And then only say, yes, I've done my job. And then you start converge. Abhi 30 ideas means what? What are we doing? 30 ideas. We are doing in the second diamond. What stage we are in? Divergence, not convergence. Now you have 30 ideas. Now you start convergence because now you have to identify the best 2 ideas out of this. And then you start the process of convergence. How do you converge in this case? You have 30 ideas. Think you have 30 ideas. How you will converge? How you will evaluate this is a great idea, this is not? How you go back? Can you connect it with the first circle now? No, research, this is already research is done, you are here. You already crossed the first circle which was about, first diamond which is about research. But during your first diamond, you have acquired a lot of knowledge, lot of understanding about the constraint, the needs. So what you will do, you will create a matrix which is about the needs and each idea, whether these are the 10 needs of a particular user, okay? And then you put every idea and start doing the matrix check, yeah? Idea number 1 meets or need number 1, but doesn't meet the need number 2. Then meets the need number 3, 4, but not 5. Then you go to idea number 2, idea 3 and like 30 ideas if you have done 30. And then you will able to know which is the idea which meets most of the or many of this thing. And then you select the top 2 or top 3 ideas. Yeah? So this is the way you can actually diverge. 30 circle exercise is divergence and shortlisting the 2 ideas from the 30 through the process of validating through the work which we have done at the first diamond. Okay? Because first diamond is about requirement gathering. When you work as a software engineer, the first document you create is, what is the first document you create? What is the first document you create? The PRD, right? Product requirement document, which capture all the use cases, which capture all the user requirement, job to be done, use cases, user stories. Okay, then go to the next level. What is the next thing you do once you have the PRD? I'm not talking about the other document like UI specification or other thing, yeah, style guides, etc., etc. But PRD is a good document where you express the needs, yeah. So what do you do to fulfill the needs? You design. Okay, then how do you know which is a better design? You go back and check on whether this design fulfilling all your needs or not. It's fulfilling all the use cases or not. And finalize, yeah? Thank you. Go. Yes, sir. Yeah. Can we move? Any question you guys have? Move. So when you talk about design thinking, it cannot come just like this. I can tell you like you can use this 30 circle, you can use out of box, but all these things can only happen when you have built a design mindset. Because everything is about mindset. No? Okay? We might be very old, but your mind is very young. Okay? Okay? So your mindset defines what you are going to be doing. Okay? your age doesn't decide, your mindset decides. Okay? So the first and the important thing is about beginner's mind. What do you mean by beginner's mind? What do you think beginner's minds do? Think about the young kid. Yeah? What is so special about the young kid? Bacha, chota bacha. Huh? They are very curious, and because of that they keep asking many times very tough questions, yeah? Okay, which you find difficult to answer. So build the beginner's mind, build a child mind which doesn't have biases. They are not ashamed of asking questions. They feel no judgment value in terms of asking question. They don't feel my question is bad or my question is stupid. If you are stop asking question, your divergence will stop. Okay, and when the divergence will stop, you will never able to converge. Yeah, because with two ideas you cannot converge. Yeah, because you already converge. Okay, so you need to be very child mind. Okay, start questioning. If somebody tells you, please don't do this exercise with your faculty, okay, that they give you an assignment, say, why should I do this assignment? Yeah, but ask question about what is needed. Okay, if the assignment is about some situation, some scenario, go look at this scenario, ask question about the scenario. What is the second one? We talked about human-centric, because we are talking about a human-centered. It means don't look at technology first. You start looking at what the user want. Okay, and try to capture that by asking question. So there is a tool called 5 Whys. Anybody has heard of 5 Why? 5 Why? Okay. I ask a question to you. What time you came to the auditorium? I'm asking you. What time you came? I'm asking you. Straight visual alignment. Yeah. What time you came to the auditorium? No, what time you came to the auditorium? 10 a.m. Why you came at 10 a.m.? Why you came at 10 a.m.? Answer me. Because it was the time given to you. Okay. Why the time 10 a.m. is given to you? Don't know. And you agreed. Yeah? Why you think, okay, next person, what time you came? Okay, anybody who came at early or later, we will not punish you for coming late. Yeah. Why you come at, what time you came? No, I'm not 10:15. Why you came? He came at 10, why you came at 10:15? Okay, you have exam. Why you have exam when there was a session? So are you getting what I'm trying to do? I'm probing. So don't stop at first. You think that the answer has come. You keep probing at least 5 whys. And then you will be able to understand. Okay? Many times what happens is, student come to the class late. Okay? And we as a faculty think he's an indisciplined student. Yeah? We don't even. So we should ask. And that way what we will do, the third thing, what is the third thing? Empathize. What we are looking at is empathizing with the person, because maybe the student is coming late, or the faculty is coming late, or this is starting late, or this is starting early. There could be some reason for it. We can't make this guy say, no, you told me to come at 10, I came at 10 and there was nothing, next time onward I'll not come on time. Yeah, this is not the way. You have to empathize. There could be reason. I was, yesterday Dr. Goswami was talking about this aircraft failure. We reached the airport at 6. Our flight was at 7:20. We boarded the plane, gone to the runway, retrieved back because there was a snag. Now, a lot of people were cribbing, a lot of people were making noise. Yeah? But when I start looking at it, and I said, think about it, what could be the reason why they wanted us to go back? Okay? I could have also have an anger because I was getting late, but I really thought that they will not bring us back into the terminal just because they want to have fun. Yeah? There could be reason. Yeah? So this reasoning, so you are doing empathy. And empathy is a very, very important tool, important mindset which you should have if you want to build something innovative and something human-centric. What is the next one? Creative confidence. How many of you were little underconfident when I asked you to draw? Yeah. Many of you must be thinking, okay, how can I draw? Yeah. I'm an engineer. Don't, because it's about creative confidence. Build that creative confidence because it allows you to express. It allows you to boldly express about your idea. Many times you have great ideas, but you feel underconfident about it. Yeah. So be confident about it. What is make it? That is not Government of India make it or made in India. What is make it here? What do you mean by make it here? What do you mean by make it here? Build. Don't keep in your brain. Don't just think. Actionalize, renderize. Okay? So that you can see what the imagination you are doing, you have came out with a similar thing or not. So that you can validate whether ideas which you thought is coming. And if it's not coming, what are the constraints? What are the limitations? Why it's not able to come? What is the next one? Collaboration. I don't have to explain this collaboration because a law student and a tech student. Right now we are teaching a course called Law, Technology and Digital Governance. Yeah? Why we are teaching this? Because we believe the law and the technology play a very, very important role, especially in the kind of society where we are in the digital world. Yeah? Every day we are downloading some application and signing the privacy thing. Okay? Because maybe I am a technologist, but I have no idea what law. Okay? There are times when I give my Aadhaar card to anybody because they say, no, you have to give. But because I am not aware of the law that Aadhaar card is not required. Okay? But I am giving. Okay? So that is what the collaboration brings, that extra knowledge, this thing. What is the third? Co-creation. What is co-creation? Any idea? Collaboration to ho gaya. What is co-creation? Creating together is a collaboration. Co-creation. Collaboration is a technology faculty is collaborating with, say, bioscience faculty or maybe the law faculty. Collaboration happens. Co-creation. What is then? I tell you, I was doing a mobile app for the auto driver. Okay? How do I collaborate or co-create? What will be the collaboration here and what will be the co-creation here? I taken the templates of the mobile, yeah, and asked them to draw the UI. That's called co-creation. They co-created, not collaborated. I didn't work with them. I actually used them to design for us, yeah, co-creation. Learn from failure, of course. A lot of people feel failure is a what? Guilt. Learn. Everybody fail. I'm telling you at this stage I fail. Yeah? But every failure, more than the success, there is a much more learning than the failure. So learn from failure. What is embrace ambiguity? What is embrace ambiguity? Ambiguity, sabko pata hai? हाँ, so what is embrace ambiguity and why? If I know the answer, I tell you very interesting, yeah, okay. Maybe, okay, let me give you a case study. Can we change this? I just want to come out of it. Let me look at the other one. So just to end, I want, isko band kar dete hain. So that, which is, yeah, this one. Okay. Isko out kar do ek bari, isse bahar kar do. Nokia 100. ये क्यों नहीं आ रहा? ये भी लगा हुआ है क्या? नहीं सर अभी लगा हुआ नहीं है। इसको निकाल दें। एक मिनट इसको निकालो। Not now. हाँ ये होगा ना। File. Open recent हाँ. Yes yeah. Okay. लगा दो. Okay. So I think because of the time thing, let me talk about a case study. How many of you know this phone called N1100? Anybody knows about this phone called N1? Of course, your generation might not know. What was? It came in the market in 2003. You know about this? Yeah? You have used it? Okay. So your faculty knows about it, maybe you guys not. So why we are talking about this phone when you all have a phone with all, touchpad and all? This is a phone which you saw in the second slide where we had a phone for the old age. There was another phone next to it. I'm talking about that phone. Okay. So it's a very interesting story. I was working with Nokia and I was posted in Copenhagen, and we got a brief that we need to design a phone for the low-income market, and the low-income market is defined as India, China, and Russia at that time. Of course, not today. Yeah, I'm talking about 2002. Yeah. So I had a mindset of design thinker. So what is the mindset of design thinker? Ask question. Yeah. So I told my boss was Steve Marker, who was why do you think that we sitting in Copenhagen will design a phone for China, India, and Russia market? Yeah. Indian Russia market. Yeah. And he was a good guy. He never took offense. He said, yeah, I think you're right. Okay. But he didn't have an answer. So I said, oh, we should not design phone sitting in Denmark or Copenhagen for India, China, Russia market, and we should go to those places. And I said, since I come from India, let me go to India. First answer, oh, Raman, you are looking for a paid holiday. Yeah? And I said, Steve, I'm on an expat contract. I got 2 paid holidays to my country. I don't need third one. Okay? He agreed. Then I said, see, India is not Denmark. India is a huge country. I can't go alone. We need more people to go and study. They said, why don't you take people from India? I said, no, I don't want to take any Indian or involve any Indian. I'm not being racist. Yeah? Okay. So he said, why? I said, I don't have an answer, but let me first get a permission from you. Okay. He said, fine. Okay. Then I built a team where I took one person, one of my colleagues who I worked earlier with from Singapore, another 2 people from Finland, and 1 person from Germany, and 1 from Latin America. They are all my colleagues who I worked with. So we selected a team of 7 people, including me, and I went back to Siemens, or to Steven, and he said, oh, you're taking your friend on holiday to India. That's an obvious thing, because that's how our mind works. We immediately try to connect the dots. Yeah? I said, Steve, I don't have an answer. Give me permission. Maybe when I come back, I have an answer. Okay, this is the story of this. So this is the background of the story. And so we were 7 people, move forward. So design brief was, design an entry-level mobile phone, keeping the cost very low, selling cost under 50 euro. When you make a phone which will be sold at a price of 50 euro, now what is the manufacturing cost? Anybody? Any idea? 10 euros. If you want to sell a product at 50 euro, your cost of manufacturing cannot be more than 10. Okay, because the remaining cost goes into many other things, marketing, channel partner, packaging, all kind of stuff. Yeah. So 10 euro we have to build a phone. Yeah. And for whom? For a low income population in India, China, and Russia market. And they also told about what the phone should have. Now, what is the opportunity we have? Where do we use 30 circle here? Every circle is filled by the brief. Okay. So we need to empty the circle. Yeah. We need to diverge, because this is a convergence exercise. What they have given us is a brief which is only help us converge. Yeah. So move next. So we came to India and we talked to 435 people. 30 days, we came to India for 30 days, 7 of us. Yeah, we spoke to 435 people. Okay, in the age group of 18 to 50. Yeah, move forward. Move forward. We went to 30. Can you imagine 30 days, 7 people went to more than 30 plus? Of course, not all of us went to every place. We divided ourselves. And we used another agency in India called Indica Research to help us with. So we covered cities, towns, small villages across India and covered more than 30 plus places. Yeah, move forward. What is the research? The first diamond, the methodology. We use interviews, formal, informal, contextual inquiry, contextual inquiry is when we go to their places, not calling them. Like if I want to work on farmer, agriculture product, I should go to the field, talk to the farmer in their field. Okay. Then observation and all. Then we wanted to understand primary target. What was the primary target of this phone? As per brief, the people who come with low income. Yeah? Low income. So who could other be low income? What is the low income people you think? If you need to go and do a research, all low income people, where you will go? Who you will talk to? Okay, that's one bias or stereotype. Low income means rural area. You know how many rich farmers exist in this country? Yeah. So don't bring the stereotypes. Yeah. So the people who have low income, who could be the low income people? The rickshaw pullers, the street vendors. Yeah. So naturally but is there any other group which is a low income other than these? These are the direct low income people. Who are the other indirect low income people? People who are young, who are still in the university, they get pocket money. They are not earning. They could also be earning less than what a street vendor earn. They might be not directly earning. They might be given maybe I'm not, again, this is my stereotype because I used to get very little money as a pocket money. Yeah, but maybe you guys get more money. But generally, so that was, we thought, not only we will talk to the street vendor, auto wala, we will also talk to the university students, yeah, who get pocket money and all. And to understand their aspiration, understand then move forward. So to understand their socio-economic, cultural context, understand, learn their exposure with similar devices, user localization need, local languages, move forward. Target user primary, move. Auto wala, move. Move. Truck wala, move. Rickshaw puller, move. In Calcutta, the technician, mechanic, roadside mechanic, move. The rural, move. Who is the secondary? Move, move. Secondary. People like you, okay? I'm not saying you are poor, okay? But your own pocket money is, okay? What is the move forward use case? Where do they use? These are all which we collected by doing the contextual inquiry. We didn't sit in our offices, we went out. Move forward. Move forward. This is called visual ethnography, yeah, where we use picture as a medium to understand how people are behaving, yeah. User socio-cultural move. You know Nimbu Mirchi? Yeah? When you buy a car, this guy, you bring a Nimbu Mirchi. Why? Because your cultural belief is it brings safety. Yeah? Okay? So you put Nimbu Mirchi. People are very, I tell you, we were in South India and we were actually surprised. People were writing a message sounding like Tamil using the Roman script. Yeah? It means they want to write in their own language, yeah, but they don't have an option to do it. Yeah? Move forward. India had just move forward, backward. Yeah. India has a very important influence of Bollywood. Me and my wife did a very interesting research project for Nokia, where we looked at the Bollywood influence on Indian consumer. Okay, it's a 1 year, very thorough study which we did as a consulting project. So we also studied the influence of Bollywood, move forward, and we picked up certain things from that as a understanding. And this is the first time. You know wallpaper? Mobile wallpaper? This is the first time Nokia has actually paid money to Aishwarya Rai, Raveena Tandon to use their image as a wallpaper. Before that, we never did that. Yeah? Okay? Because we realize people want to have the wallpaper of their idols. Yeah? Move forward. The typography, the flower. Move forward. Move forward. Then, because we were talking about people like you, they only not have needs, but they also have aspiration. So we conducted a thing called focus group. I hope you know focus group. Yeah, move forward. So this is the focus group. They're talking about not just need, but I want a color phone. I want a phone which can work as a something like this. Yeah. So So we captured this. What are the key insight? A product level, the consumer looking for a product that made special for Indian condition and not just adapted from foreign product. At a socio-cultural level, do you remember, maybe some of you might be, you maybe not, but ma'am, you might be remembering India Shining campaign? India Shining campaign of Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, and India was making this India Shining, yeah? So that is the time, yeah? So India was trying to be feeling proud of, that India Shining, yeah? So made for India. Talk to the real India in the language tone they can't. The Tamil people trying to send a SMS in sounding like Tamil. They want to use this, yeah? Talk to the real India without alienating the high and urban consumer. We also wanted it should not become, you know the story of Tata Nano? What happened to Tata Nano? Because it categorized as a poor man's car. So, you know how much money they spent to rebrand it, but they failed. Don't do that with the product. Don't make it as, this is my, only for this, yeah? And simple to use for its intended user and a low maintenance phone, which should last with me. It should not that after every year I need to change. That's what the mindset. Move forward. We traveled to different, this thing, and we found go back. Yeah. So think about a truck wala who goes from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, crosses a desert. Your phone should actually work in all conditions. It should not die because there is a snow. Yeah? Move forward. The people, technician, they are actually repairing it, and then a call comes and they pick up the phone. What will happen? It will slip. Move forward. The light. We went to rural India where the people were using the torchlight, the lamps and all kind of things to do that. Move forward. So I tell you the story here. We were in Coimbatore. How many of you know Coimbatore? Anybody from Coimbatore or Tamil Nadu? Okay. There is a famous sweet shop in Coimbatore called Krishna Sweet. Very famous sweet shop. So we were towards the end of the 30 days. And that was our last day in Coimbatore. So I took my friends, let me take you to an Indian sweet shop. Okay. So we went around 7:30. While we were returning, there was no street light. So when we got down from the auto, we were in auto. When we got down from the auto, you know what the auto wala does when there is no street light? What does it do? Matchstick. Yeah? He uses the matchstick to do what? To see how much is the fare. Yeah? For me, as an Indian, was a normal thing. It doesn't matter because I've seen multiple times. But I have a colleague coming from Finland, Taya. She said, Raman, what is he doing? I said, just checking. So casually I said, oh, it's just checking how much is the fare. And she can't really see that fire and the fuel conflict, which I ignore it. Because I have seen multiple times in my life. And she couldn't understand it. And believe me, from quarter to 11 till 3:30, we didn't go to our rooms. We were sitting in the lobby. And 3:30, we got a great idea to do what? Torch in the phone. Okay? So, move forward. Yeah. So, look at the design. The feature which we added. A phone which is truly made for Indian geographical condition, dust resistance keypad, anti-slip grip, a built-in torchlight and low maintenance phone. Yeah? A phone having feature which can support their day-to-day life, a simple and user-friendly calculator, a simple converter, and text messaging in local languages. After this research, 30 days research, I worked on 12 Indian language text input and one Cambodian language called Khmer. So that work of mine help you putting the text in your language or sending the SMS. Yeah. The monochrome is okay, but it can be color even it's a small screen. Loud and selectable ringtone, a friendly accountant, a radio, localized wallpaper. Yeah. Move forward. Final product. This is the product. Did we design it? No, we didn't design it. How we were able to come with this? Because we did our first diamond better, where we actually went and understood the people, understood their requirement, and able to do justice. Yeah, nothing we did ourselves. Believe me, I'm telling you. If you remember, that time there was a dot matrix printer, and it had a keypad, which was skin keypad. We just picked this keypad and brought to this phone. There was a torch existing. We just bring torch here. We didn't design anything, and that's why even 7 of us didn't sign the IP paper. Nokia wanted to do the patent. We didn't sign it because we said this is all coming from people. Okay, move forward. All this Limbu Mirchi we use in our campaign, the truck journey we use in the campaign. Is there any sound in this? Can we have a sound? So this is a TV commercial which we designed. So this is one phone where we didn't use an external advertising agency because we felt 30 days experience of our people is good enough to decide how the campaign should run. Okay. Is it possible? There is a sound thing here. Yeah, yeah. Can it? No,
चलो
नहीं जा रहा
लैपटॉप ही हैंग हो गया लगता है किसका लैपटॉप सर का कंट्रोल कहाँ से
the control is actually command alt उससे होगा नहीं है इसका
बंद करके ऑन करना पड़ेगा स्टार्ट वो HDMI लगाने सर वो चेंज भैया बैक टू आप एक बार वो कर दो डुप्लीकेट पे करके इसको फुल स्क्रीन कर दीजिए अच्छा HDMI लगा दी वो हाँ सर तो दिखा दे
नहीं यार नहीं
आवाज ओ
चलो
विजुअल्स तो आ रहे हैं सर यहाँ से HDMI से कास्ट हो रहा है तो विजुअल्स नहीं आ रहे यहाँ पे
हाँ वो नहीं आ रहा ना
आ रहा है सर आ रहा है सर वहाँ पे आ रहा है सर यहाँ पे सर साउंड आ रहा है
So, sorry. So, you know the technology failure? So, don't trust on technology, trust on human. Yeah, that's a lesson. So, anyway, we can't show you this, but I tell you, it was an interesting journey for us because we started with a brief which was asking us to converge, but we said no, we will not converge, we diverge, and we were able to create a phone which was not only a made for India phone, but this research, because we included the people like you on this. So one thing what we'll work is, we realized there's a lot of aspiration. We came out with another phone, which again you might not be knowing, called N2300. Remember? The butterfly keypad with purple and all. And why I started about this when we were talking about the stereotype, one stereotype I didn't broke. You know what? We had two color combination in this phone. One color combination was peach, purple and pink. And the other color combination was blue, grey and black. So, which one? Blue, black and grey. Who will buy this? Huh? Men, okay. Peach, purple and this pink. Who will buy it? All are in my stage. But you know what happened? When we launched this product, exactly thinking like this. When the first lot of the product came into the market, we realized we thought the women are going to buy this color and the male will buy this. We realized the stock of this peach, purple and pink got vanished. And we thought maybe women have more money, so they must have bought it. When the second lot came, exactly the same situation. And then we said, what happened? Did we fail in marketing? What? Then we did the investigation. You know what we found? Even the males buying this color, the pink, purple and peach. So there is a shift. There is a change in requirement happening. Don't assume things. Go back, validate. And we assume and we did a failure. Okay? So we came out with a phone called N2300, called first low-cost phone in the fashion category. And not only this, we also came out with a phone called N2600. Remember that phone? Colored phone. Yeah, and the advertisement of that, remember? No? So our theme was Har Jeb Mein Rang, affordable top phone, color phone. And you know how we advertise? Everybody opening their wardrobe, taking out the shirt, taking to the tailor and saying, make my pocket transparent. Yeah, because I want to show off that I also can afford a color phone. So what I'm trying to tell you is, because we didn't converge, we diverge and then converge, we were able to break all the stereotype of my boss that Raman is looking for a paid holiday, or Raman is taking his friend for holiday, or we don't require to go and do the research and understand the need. If you look at the success and the best part of it, N1100 till now is the highest selling, not only the phone in the world, but highest selling consumer electronic product in the world. No electronic product has been able to break the record of this phone. Okay? You were using it, you said. You were not my target audience, but remember the line, I don't want to annoy you, or I don't want to make you feel like Tata. That Tata Nano is for the poor people, yeah? I wanted you should enjoy the phone. So I remember I was in Beijing. My last posting with Nokia was in Beijing, and there was a Diwali festival, and the ambassador of India in China invited us for the Diwali party. We were there for the dinner, and I saw ambassador using this N1100. Okay, I never told him that we designed it. I went to him, how come you are using? He said, it's the best phone. Why is best phone? It works. I don't have to bother about the battery. It gives me whatever I want to. Yeah? This is what the success of the product is. Yeah. Huh? Okay, so there is okay, he's asking what is the name, what is the reason the name is 1100. So there is a series number. Okay. So there is a phone which is like a very basic phone, start from, it's like course 101. Yeah. Or 201, 301. So you can't take some courses in first year which are 301. So it's a small categorization of market. Okay. So this is a very basic phone. That's why it's starting from 1 series. Yeah, the remaining phone is second level is 2 series, 3 series, 5 series, 8 series. That is the reason. But are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Only because of the mindset change and using the design thinking process, where rather than converging, we started with divergent. We were able to do a good thing. And if I am able to bring that mindset that when next time you start working on a project, whether it's a lab project and all, you rather than immediately start working on a solution, if you start thinking about why am I doing this, okay, for whom I am doing it, what is the problem I am solving for them, yeah, and how do I solve their problem, and asking 5 why in the beginning. There is another tool called 5W and 1H. Anybody knows this tool? 5W and 1H. Who, where, when, and what, and fifth. No, that's 1H. 5. Why? Yeah. So use this tool to define your product. Okay. So I think with this I should end this. I hope it was some useful, beneficial. I don't know. That you will tell very closely to your faculty. Don't tell me. They will tell me what is the feedback. But my idea was, especially you being a law student, technology student, don't get away and say everybody is trying to follow the technology. I'm not saying technology is bad, but not start with technology. Start with human. And that's how you will do justice with the design innovation. Okay, thanks a lot. And thanks for Duve and everybody for giving me opportunity. So.
I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Raman Saxena for sharing his valuable knowledge and expertise with us. Sir, your thoughts on design thinking, innovation, and human-centered approach have truly inspired us and broadened our perspective. Your vast experience and practical insights have made this session extremely enriching and meaningful for all of us. Now, I want KK Dubey sir to conclude this workshop and say a few words. Thank you so much, sir.
Anybody from Hyderabad? Yeah, nobody joined in Hyderabad. Maybe I'll promote. Hyderabad.
So many thanks to Dr. Raman Saxena sir to be here for this lecture series, and that is governed by IIC of UPSIFS. This is the last program of IIC quarter 2 sir, and after 28 Feb the quarter 3 will be started, and in that quarter you will find more attractive programs over there. So on behalf of our school cyber security and digital forensics, I thanks to Dr. Raman sir, and also thanks to our director GK Goswami sir, that उन्हीं की ही बदौलत, उनके विजन की ही बदौलत हम लोग जो है इतनी नई चीजें सुन रहे हैं, नई चीजें देख रहे हैं. सफर का जो शुरुआत होता है बहुत से लोगों के साथ होता है, लेकिन पहुंचते कुछ ही लोग हैं. कुछ लोग रास्ते में छूट जाते हैं, कुछ लोग जो साथ साथ चलते हैं वही मंजिल पे पहुंचते हैं. आप लोग देख रहे होंगे कितने लोग हैं साथ में, लेकिन जो भी हैं वो इंटरेस्ट के साथ हैं, इंटरेस्ट रखेंगे. अभी और भी चीजें आपको मिलेंगी आने वाले दिनों में. इन्वेंशन स्टार्टअप्स के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें आपके लिए की जा रही हैं, मिलेंगी, और आपका ही सहयोग आपके अचीवमेंट में हेल्प करेगा. सो आई थैंक्स वंस अगेन सर, एंड आप सभी लोग आ जाएं, एक ग्रुप फोटो सर के साथ हो जाए, और उसके बाद इस सेशन को हम लोग कंक्लूड करते हैं. थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच. आ जाओ, जल्दी आ जाओ सब, आ जाओ सर. ऊपर ही या नीचे आ जाओ? नीचे आ जाओ, ऊपर.